Scrooge was horrified by the conversation at Old Joe's with Mrs. Dilber and the other two characters, and he asks the spirit, if there is any person in the town who feels emotion caused by this man's death, show that person to me, spirit, I beseech you. So I beg you, please show me someone who's felt some emotion. Now, in a minute, we'll see that that question wasn't worded very well. We're about to be shown another sort of, seems a little bit random, but it's all building this picture that nobody is grieving Scrooge. He's asked to see some emotion attached to this man's death. And we're about to see two people celebrating the fact that Scrooge is dead. So that is not what he meant. So again, this this shadow of the future is going to make Scrooge even more distressed because it is not what he meant at all. So the phantom revealed a room by daylight where a mother and her children were. She hurried to the door and met her husband, a man whose face was careworn and depressed, though he was young. So a young couple and some children, but he looks incredibly stressed. Maybe he's got sunken eyes, maybe he's got wrinkles, maybe he doesn't look in the best health. Okay, this family are really poor. Have a look at this full section in the book and you can see the description of the rooms they are in. They're really poor. And the idea here that they've definitely got some money issues, which is why they come into Scrooge's life. So she says, we are quite ruined. No, there is hope yet, Caroline. If he relents, she said, amazed, there is. Nothing is past hope if such a miracle has happened. He is past relenting, said her husband. He is dead. So these people have clearly borrowed money from Scrooge. Remember, he works as an accountant or a money lender. These people have taken a loan out with him and cannot repay it. We are ruined. He does not relent. He's past relenting. So these phrases show that he's an incredibly harsh money lender and he must give people a lot of interest and they've got to pay back an awful lot more than they borrowed. And this couple cannot afford it. But they have just learned that their creditor, he's their creditor. They borrowed money from him. He is dead. Let's have a look at Caroline's reaction then. She was a mild and patient creature if her face spoke truth, but she was thankful in her soul to hear it. And she said so with clasped hands. So he said, Scrooge is dead. And what does she do? She claps her hands and jumps in the air and says, thank God. She is happy that Scrooge is dead. And she then prayed forgiveness the next moment and was sorry. So she didn't mean to jump up and down and congratulate the fact somebody was dead. But Scrooge has caused her family so much misery with the fact that they borrowed money from him. She is clapping and jumping up and down. To whom will our debt be transferred? I don't know. But before that time, we'll be ready with the money. And even if we were not, it would be a bad fortune indeed to find so merciless a creditor in his successor. So they describe Scrooge there as a merciless creditor. He offers no mercy. He has no kindness and warmth in his heart, and he does not care if they don't have the money. He is demanding it of them anyway, and he's made their lives hell. We may sleep tonight with light hearts, Caroline. So all the stress they've been feeling about money, they can just let go because they might get another creditor. Someone might take over Scrooge's business, but they're guaranteeing that they won't be as cruel as him. And that's why they're so thankful and happy. And let's have a look at another quote that shows how happy they are. Yes, soften it as they would, their hearts were lighter. The only emotion that the ghost could show him, caused by the event, was one of pleasure. So the only emotion at all about Scrooge's death is happiness and pleasure and relief. So that is going to make Scrooge even more concerned as we lead on into the next part of the stage.